Nutrition Depot, your fitness fuel.
Okay. All right. So, welcome to Nutrition Depot podcast. So, I'm here as your host, Dwight DeMayo, and later on, I'll introduce to you guys our new guest here, which is quite interesting. So, it's actually more common here in the Philippines to talk about strength training and all that. What isn't talked about commonly is the endurance part and the running part, which is completely perfect because we have amazing coaches here for us today. So we have OCR national team coaches, and let me introduce you guys each of them. So first, we have a UAAP gold medalist in 100 meters back in college, a former team captain of DLSU track and field, a coach for A6 Running Club, a coach for Garmin Run Club, and the deputy manager of Philippine Track and Field in SEA Games. We have Jasper Tanhueco, and also we have another OCR national team coach, an A6 running club coach as well, Garmin Run Club coach, a Rebel fitness coach, DLSU track and field player as well, damn, and a UAAP medalist in 100-meter hurdles and the heptathlon. We have Precious K, and again, Jasper Tanhueco. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Hi, Dwight.
Hello. Nice.
Thanks for having us.
Good to see you.
Nice.
again.
Good to see both of you. So, I want you guys to introduce yourselves a little bit so that we could warm up the crowd and obviously give you guys the opportunity to speak. So, first, give us a little bit of background for you guys. So, Jasper, go ahead.
This. Hello guys, I'm Jasper Tanhueco. I'm a former track and field player. So I've been running for more than 10 years already. So I was actually the junior record holder in 100-meter dash in high school. Then college, UAP gold medalist in 100-meter dash. Now I'm currently one of the coaches of A6 Running Club and Garmin Run Club. Like you mentioned earlier, I was also the deputy manager of the Philippine Track and Field in the recent SEA Games competition.
Nice. Yeah. And then we have Precious. So introduce yourself.
Yeah, like you mentioned na all what we do, no? So yeah, I'm a coach, an OCR national team coach. In the recent SEA Games, I was there. I'm an E6 running coach, Garmin running coach, and also a personal trainer, fitness trainer, and yeah, former DLSU track and field captain. Actually, same kami ni Jasper. Mas matanda lang ng konti.
Konti lang.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm a hurdler and a heptathlete before in the UAAP. I've been running since kindergarten, I think. No, I started track and field back in grade 4. So,
grade 4.
So more into running talaga.
Did you also start grade school or way younger pa, Jasper?
No, high school. Yeah, because I used to be a basketball player before.
I see.
Converted lang to track and field. Yeah.
Okay, gets. And I also would like to mention you guys just came out of SEA Games and won recently 4 gold medals. Is that right? 4 gold medals?
OCR, yes.
So OCR. Okay.
Track and field, 4 golds also.
4 golds as well. So you see, these guys are legit. So you need to listen. All right. So now let's talk about running. All right. So normally people either just run out of 5 kilometers or just go for a 30-minute run. So actually we need some education here. And I think that's lacking. But as well as running is slowly going up here in the Philippines. So for new people coming to train, what's the process normally for you guys? So let's say I'm a new runner, I want to start running. How do you guys usually start off?
Well, no. So, sa time ngayon, like it's very open. We're on digital, so it's easy to research on what you need to do, no, when starting your running journey. So yeah, first off is make sure you know the basics, like getting your proper gear. Number 1 is your shoes, of course, and then try to research on your proper warm up, and like start slow, like make sure you try to know your body as you start along in your running. Hindi naman kailangan 5 kilometers agad I wanted to run 5 laps. So just start slow. Yeah, that's I think the basic.
And for you, Jasper?
Like what Coach Precious said, no, you don't really need much to start running. You just need the right running shoe. So shout out to A6.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I advise no to invest in one. Go to a store, preferably the ones with treadmill, so you can wear the shoes while running. You can check if it's comfortable for you, if it fits you well, if it suits your foot type. No, then ask a lot of questions to the salesperson. Depending kasi on what shoe you will get, yung goal mo for the shoe, if it's for long run, if it's for like shorts intervals, no, then di rin naman beer yung prices ng shoe. So better to ask and yung makuha mo yung gusto mo talaga. Then if you're new to running or coming from a long break, you can start by doing a run walk method or an interval trainings. So you can have rest in between. At least doon di rin mabibigla yung katawan mo when running. So yun.
All right. So you guys mentioned about the shoes, and basically, if you're a complete beginner, you don't need to go all out 5 km kagad. You can do the run intervals. So with the shoes, is there something specific that, let's say, I'm a complete beginner, I want to start running, I'm trying to look for something here, for a beginner shoe for runners. Is there something like that they need to look for?
Actually, yun nga, Coach Jasper mentioned, there's a technology na in the stores that you can check kung ano yung compatible on your foot. But siguro for starters, like stability important kasi road you're running on the road, no, so hindi natin alam mamaya pwede ka matapilok or hindi ready yung body mo. Diba?
Yeah.
Diba? Pag mahina, alam mo na, tapilok. Like me, mga ganon. So, yeah, yun lang. Siguro you have to really check on your foot ID that on the start. Hindi naman kailangan mahal. It doesn't have to be carbon plated, no? Kasi talagang masakit yun sa paa when you start running, especially if it's run, walk, slow jog, no? Hindi kasi siya pang easy run. So, yun lang, yung mga stability shoes or yung pang neutral na shoe running.
I see, got it. For you, Coach Just,
same with Coach Precious, no? Siguro lang to add, siguro look din, yung like I mentioned, yung the most comfortable for you. Siguro yung may mga cushion type na shoe.
Yeah.
Pero hindi puro cushion lang. Siyempre, kailangan din yung may stability. Na shoes, no?
I see. So, better to get it checked out. So, you mentioned yung sa ID. I think a lot of stores na rin yung parang inaano nila, check talaga nila mano-mano.
Yeah.
I see. Got it. So, get those shoes. So, if kaya A6, baka naman. A6, diba? Right? So, that's the first step. Now, second step, you guys mentioned the interval runs. And then, so if you're a complete beginner, is there normally a duration that you guys prescribe na I'm a female recreational athlete, I want to start maybe starting at 3 minutes on or 1 minute off? Is there something like that na usually default nyo na, okay, beginner, let's try this first?
Me. Yeah. Sorry. Sa akin, I advise, no, kung 3 minutes and 1 minute rest interval. So you jog at a comfortable pace pa rin, and then if hindi na kaya or kung hanggang saan lang, you try to test yourself pa rin. 3 minutes, and then you try to walk 1 minute, and then run again na 3 minutes. It doesn't have to be fast. Like, kung ano lang yung comfortable ka na. Aabot ka siguro around, okay na yung 15 minutes. I usually advise to start off 15 to 20 minutes on your first day, no? Like, to benchmark kung ano yung capacity mo. Makita mo, ay 5 minutes, pagod na ako, I have to walk. Ganun. Or 3 minutes, pagod na ako, I have to walk. So, that's your benchmark, no? Where to start.
15 to 20. Got it. And then for you, Coach Jas?
Yun, similar din to what Coach Precious said, no? 15 to 20 minutes. So, dun sa break nyo, you can walk. Doing intervals will improve your speed then. So you can gradually increase your pace, but go with the comfortable pace, no? Yung pace na you can talk, or yung easiest, siguro easy pace lang, no? Para to start.
I see. Got it. So, duration-wise, benchmark is 15 to 20. Then, if you get tired or feel tired, then you can do the walk.
Yeah.
Kumbaga from there. So, all right. So, now, we have that duration. Now, in terms of frequency, for a beginner, should it matter na dapat 3 times a week? Dapat 5 times? So, is there anything in mind?
No naman. Sa akin kasi I usually advise minimum two runs in a week. 2 to 3 yan for a week. Just to, get you started. Kasi if you do once a week lang, so parang nagre-reset ka every week. So you have to really sundan mo siya siguro. Today, 2 days rest if needed, and then another run, and then 2 days ulit, and then one run. So, it depends on, syempre, time pa rin. But yun, 2 to 3 times a week for me.
I see. Got it. For you, Coach Jazz?
For me naman, at least 3 to 4 times a week. What's important is being consistent.
Yeah.
No? Even if you do a lot for certain weeks, do a lot for a certain day, then you'll go back after 2 weeks or after a month. Masasayang, mababaliwala lang din yung training mo eh. So, the important thing is being consistent in your trainings.
Consistent.
Yeah.
I see. So, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So, basically, on average na 3 and staying consistent. Now, in terms of those 3 workouts, does it all look similar na parang yung run, walk, or are there days na mas mahaba or whatever? Or baka completely different kasi beginner. May ganun ba na aspect?
Yeah, for beginner, mostly same lang talaga.
Same lang.
Capacity lang. Siguro nag-i-improve ka. Today, 3 minutes lang yung kaya ko i-run. Next 2 days, 4 minutes na yung kaya ko i-run. Ganun lang siya. But I think yung time, siguro 15 to 20, it's
20.
mostly the same.
I see. Then sa'yo, Coach Jazz, similar?
Yun, same.
Same din.
Yeah, beginner, siguro
Beginner,
good,
yeah.
give it 4 weeks to 8 weeks to start off, no? Hindi mo naman kailangan aggressive na
I see.
angat ka kagad na to 30 minutes
Oo.
na agad. Yeah,
So 20 minutes, kumbaga, enough na siya.
yes.
And then when do they try to ramp up? Is it by feel or normally for you coaches, parang pinoprogram na siya na every week tumataas-taas ba siya or on your end?
Well, if I do coach the person, no, of course, magpo-progress ako. Every 4 weeks
Every 4
nagpo-progress
weeks.
ako, nag-add ako to it. At least nakikita ko na may improvement on the runner. Kasi like recreational naman, iba
Yeah,
talaga okay lang, wala ka naman goal. But yun nga, if you're starting, make sure when you start a running journey, have a goal in mind pa rin. Yeah, you have to have that specific goal or what do you want to achieve when you're running. So with that goal, dun mo siya makikita kung saan ka nagpo-progress towards to your goals, no? Yeah, so yun.
I see. So have a goal and then dun
Yes.
mag-adjust. All right. Then sa'yo, Coach Jazz.
Yun, same also. You need to have a goal. Then, but you can gradual increase weekly for me. Pero like, hindi naman sobrang laki nung increase, no? Like, for example, you're doing 7:30 per kilometer. Then, the week after, you can do 7:25. Mga seconds lang na yun. Pero there's a big difference. Para, at the same time, it helps you, yun nga, improving. And yung speed mo din, bumibilis when running.
I see. Got it. So progressive sila,
Progressive.
kumbaga. So progressive siya and may goal. Now someone has a goal. Tapos tinatry nila i-progress. Normally, okay sa simula. So just run more than enough na siya. Now, at some point, they will start progressing. At some point, magpa-plateau din sila.
Yeah.
So normally, is there a common mistakes runners tend to make, especially the new ones na common na nagpa-plateau sila at this point? Is there anything like that?
Meron naman. Actually, may mga talaga nagpa-plateau. But I think common mistakes is like, they're being very comfortable doon na sa pace. Ayaw nilang i-push yung sarili nila. Or if you say you wanted to achieve the goal, syempre, kailangan medyo talagang discipline ka or nandun yung mindset mo to get on the goal. I think, or some people, like, they're doing too much too soon. Yan. So, parang, nahihirapan yung body nila to recover. So, may chances na hindi ka magpo-progress agad. I think those are the common mistakes.
Okay. Then say Coach Jazz.
Yun, like to add lang, no, yung common mistake talaga is by doing too much or having no rest day. Kasi you should always remember to incorporate rest in your training or in your program. Kasi the problem is some people, especially the ones racing, no, think na if they run too hard every day, if they run too many mileage, na it will get them to get faster. But of course, without rest, it can cause injuries. It can cause burnouts that will eventually affect your performance. So just after a hard day run, just simply rest the next day or do an easy run. No, if you really want to work out every day, just do some cross trainings instead. Para like swimming, yoga, or some strengthening. Do some abs core. No, para at the same time, like what Coach Special said, nagpo-progress ka pa rin. And siguro another mistake of a newbie, no, is the way they swing their arms.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kasi some are swinging side to side. Some are swinging naman too much forward or para naga-uppercut. No? So, na-waste yung energy mo instead of using it to move forward. So, the correct way is to swing your arms at least 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
No? Then your elbows are at the side. So, yun yung
Ano din, medyo
another-
technical na
yeah.
common mistake.
Yeah.
I see. I think before may mga narinig din ako, at the hands it matters. So parang you're holding a chip, then may iba naman na
Iba,
na-relax.
naka-drone,
Does it matter? Kasi may kita ko rin, kuwari sa UP, mga takbo, may ibang mga mamshi, yung mga ganyan yung tak, parang dinosaur, may iba parang ano.
May
So,
mga iba
may
parang
benefit ba yun na ganon? Or is that something, let's say, off the bat, bago na matanda, na ganon yung ano, you correct that right away? Is that a concern?
Hindi naman kailangan i-correct. Siyempre, you have to, assess mo rin pa rin yung tao, no? So, if she's comfortable, ganyan, slowly, try to ask her, ganyan, close your hand, fist, or if mas kaya, kung mas stable ka, open your arms. Kasi, doon mo makikita kung saan nagsusway yung arms. Bakit siya gumaganto kasi minsan side to side, ganyan. Also, try to close it or open it. Parang hirap ng gumanyan, diba? So, mas conscious effort sila on
I see.
that.
So inefficient in a way.
Yes. Oo.
I see.
Sayang energy.
Sayang
Yeah,
energy.
Yun talaga, sayang talaga yung energy for that movement. No?
Gets. All right. So basically for new beginner or for beginners, don't go too much too soon and pace yourself. And you also mentioned pala, Coach Jasper, cross training. All right. So if you're overtraining, you can cross train para lang at least ma-offset siya. Now, the common cross training naman dyan is the strength training
Yeah,
part,
strength training,
right?
yeah.
So on your end, how do you see yung role ng strength training na magbe-benefit with the runners? Do you see the importance or how do you guys usually approach it on that one?
Ikaw naman.
Ako, for me, especially yung abs and core, sobrang helpful siya when you're running. If you're competing for a sprint, like 100-meter dash, syempre explosive siya. And at the same time, medyo mabigat siya for your hamstring and quads. So you need to do some squats, do some strengthening in your legs, no, lower body. Then for long distance also, kailangan din ng may upper body din. So yun, more of strengthening your whole body for you to be prepared in your races then.
I see.
Yes.
Then
Same.
kayo, Coach.
Yeah, same. Full body exercises. Yeah, syempre running. Ang effort natin, mostly legs, yan. Squats, lunges, you do it. Your core exercise, your upper body exercises. So, ayun, it helps you not just to get faster, stronger, but it helps you to prevent injuries from running.
Yeah.
That's why you do really need to
Strength training.
Yeah.
Exactly. Actually, even on our end, sa strength conditioning coaches, if we're handling beginners, there's a completely different approach if we're talking about optimization ng runner versus just a recreational athlete. So on our end, normally, the role of strength training is mostly injury prevention talaga siya. Now, when you do want to get better in running, tama nga rin, you need to run.
Yeah.
Basically. On our end, as well as science side, is running or endurance training has what we call a high trainability. So the more you train endurance, the better you get at it. So not like, let's say, sprinters or track in the field na minsan, kahit anong sprints mo, minsan di ka talaga bumibilis and sometimes genetically set na siya. As opposed to running, the more you run, the better. Now, strength training side, basically, it's the same. Just train the whole body, make sure you're prepared to run. And then, if you really want to get better at running, run. Run more, basically, on our end. So, with strength training and all of that, normally ba you work with other strength and conditioning coaches with beginners or do you don't see the need na ganun mo na, especially pagkabago lang din naman?
me as a coach, as a running coach, well, of course, meron din naman akong background for strength training, no? So, sa akin, if I have a student na gusto mag-run, I add my strength training pa rin sa kanya. But if kung gusto niya mas talagang in medyo competitive stage, I'll ask to get a really specific strength training coach for the athlete.
For that,
yes.
nice. Okay. Then sa'yo, Coach Jazz, do you normally apply din yung mga strength training stuff pagka beginner or just the running pagka sa beginner?
Ako just the running, pero I advise them to go to a strength training like yourself, no? Kasi they're more expert dun sa field, no? Kasi at least I have a basic knowledge at the same time, pero mas gusto ko rin na dun sila sa expert na mababantayan talaga yung program for their body. So, yun.
Nice. And then, since yung strength training part na handle na rin Coach Precious, in terms of the frequency of strength training in relation sa takbo nila, do you find na better na twice lang muna sila tapos sira?
Yeah, for beginners, I usually give twice a week.
Twice a week.
It's a full body na. Kasi hindi ka naman pwede mag-split na running. So, it requires more days of training. So, yeah, twice a week lang to start off yung body foundation ng strength nila. Yes.
Yeah. So, actually, even on our end, ganun din. Actually, kahit twice a week is more than enough. Then, it depends on really the goal. So, if the goal is you're just a recreational athlete, gusto mo lang tumakbo, then maybe twice a week din na run is fine. Then sa strength training side then actually, if we're talking about complete beginner, find what's sustainable for you. Yes. So even if you go for 3 to 4 times pero di naman kaya, then defeats the purpose. So I would rather have someone stay at something sure, kumbaga, then they can gradually build that up, right? So I think we covered most for beginners. So we talked about shoes, we talked about frequency, we talked about strength training as well. Now, apart from everything we talked about, is there anything else you guys would like to add, especially for beginners who are watching right now that I want to start running?
For me, siguro, I just wanted to emphasize yung rest kanina, no? I hindi na-mention. Yung rest days kasi, yun nga, yung common mistakes, they lack rest, no? Kasi it's not just resting from your activity, your running, or your strength training, but resting in general. Like, what do you do in a day? Siyempre, kung recreational ka, you have your work, you have your day job. Yung amount of rest that you get dun sa work mo, na enough ba yung rest mo to do a run on the next day or run right after your work, no? Kasi minsan sobrang pagod mo na tapos pilitin mo tumakbo. Sayang lang. May injured ka pa, diba?
Exactly.
So, yan lang. Siguro, i-take into consideration pa rin yung what do you do in a day before you do your workouts. Yeah.
I see. Kaya Coach Jazz?
Siguro make time for warm-up. Whenever you work out, you can jog for like 5 to 10 minutes, do some dynamic stretching. So you can warm up your muscles through movement because it enhances your performance. It can increase muscle flexibility. It can prevent injuries. No? Then you can also video yourself. So, but don't be too conscious. Just be natural. Para just to check lang the way you swing your arms or the way you land your foot. Kasi some people lands kasi tiptoe. Some naman heel strike, no? The recommended is to land mid-foot or yung gitna or what they call the ball of your foot.
Yeah.
So it helps your body to better absorb the impact when running. So, yun. Pero yun nga, like I said, no, don't be too conscious. Dun sa, kasi important is being natural.
Natural.
Parang yung small things na yun, you can change it. Not right away, but eventually, no?
Over time.
Yeah.
Nice. So basically, warm up, guys, and recover.
Yes.
All right. So I think that's the overall gist that don't do too much too soon and don't injure yourself in the process of running. So I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this part in this segment, especially if you guys are runners. On the second part of this episode, we will talk about training to elevate your game. So for those elite athletes, especially with these elite coaches, let's see how we can elevate your game. So hope you enjoyed this first part and I'll see you on that second part.
Thank you.
Thank you.